What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. So basically in this video I'm going to be comparing two pair of shoes. One, a very loved silhouette, a very loved brand, which is a pair of Vans. And the other one, a very loved and hated shoe because some people, it is basically a knockoff brand and some people don't like that. So it is the Revenge Storm, the Ian Connor shoes basically, and the red colorway. Alright, before we start the comparison, I want to name the prices of each. This one roughly cost me about $60 I want to say, which isn't too bad. Like, it's a very dope shoe for that price point, while these cost me a total of $200, and it sucked because I had to wait like about 3 months to get them. I've done an in-depth review of these, so if y'all want to go check that out, well, I'll just put a little annotation around here or a link down below in the description so y'all can go check it out after y'all watch this video if y'all want to, of course, and I'm not forcing anybody to do anything. Now that we saw the shoes that we're comparing, let's go ahead and start with the very first thing you see when you get a pair of shoes. I say it all the time, a very important detail. This one keeps opening up. It is the box. So this right here is a Revenge box, which you just see the Revenge Storm. Little lightning bolt, Revenge Storm. The size little tag thing, which is very basic. It just says the American size, the US size, and it just says colorway red, Revenge Storm -- volume 1. So now for the Vans box, you just have the Vans off the wall, Vans branding all over it, shoe chart, shoe size chart, a little basic little Vans, and then off the wall right here. And for the shoe label, you actually have way more information. You have men's size, women's size. You have all the colors it includes, not just the freaking like overall colorway. Like in this one, it just says red. Like there's more than red, obviously, to this shoe. There's a lot of white on it. And now for what the box came with, obviously the pair of shoes, but it came with tissue paper, Vans written all over it, and the little hang tag. I think this is an amazing detail right here. This is like very, very dope because it just shows like a little extra of what the effort they put into it. Now for what the Revenges came with was extra laces, which I think other pairs of Old Skool also come with extra laces. I don't know why these don't, but it's whatever, honestly. And it also comes with shoe bags, with dust bags, I'm sorry. They're very simple though, they're like very flimsy, not very good quality, but it's a pair of Vans, so I guess they didn't feel obligated to do that. It came with this really basic tissue paper, and that was basically it. So they did include extra shoelaces and dust bags, but in my opinion, I like that little hang tag way better than what all this include, because I know other pair of Vans also come with extra laces, like I said. So packaging wise, I really like how the normal pair of Vans come with, other than this one, especially when you're paying like about, I'd say $140 over it. The Vans box is way better. Alright, so now for the actual shoe, we're going to be comparing the Flames Vans versus the red colorway of the Revenges, which right off the bat, I can honestly feel like, I'll show y'all right now, this one you kind of squish it down and it kind of stays like that. While the Revenges, you squish it down, pops right back up like you never squished it down, so that's very dope. I feel like it shows you how much sturdy and how much more material went into it instead of all just crashing down. And so for now, another very important detail, the suede on it. This one feels a little bit more rougher, but it also feels more sturdy, so I guess that's good. While this one, you just crush it down and it stays down there. The suede is much softer. I bet this one will get like softer over a period of time of wearing it, but they're like, I've worn them 2 to 3 times, while these I've worn about 4 to 5 times. I don't think the suede should be this soft by now, so I think the suede on that one is most definitely more superior quality wise. And now for another huge detail, another huge part of what a pair of Vans is, the leather on it. I don't know if y'all can tell. Let me try to zoom it in. This one is actually way more wrinkled than this one right here. This one's a lot more smoother and softer, which I don't think it's good necessarily. I don't know if y'all can tell through the camera, but in my opinion, it's not very good necessarily, because I think the more wrinkled the leather is, the better it actually is, which shows like a bit more of the difference of the quality of the leather they put in it. But yet again, they did put way more leather on this one, considering the logo is a bit thicker and this one's like way thinner. So now what we're going to be comparing is also which one included like more details. Now this isn't a very good comparison in my opinion, because this one obviously has the flames printed on there, which distracts a lot from the shoe. But aside from that, details that this one includes that the other one doesn't is actually branding on the tongue, which this one, as y'all can tell, Revenge right there, while this one is just pure nothing. But the materials used on this one is suede, and the material on this one is just plain canvas with the Revenge obviously stitched to it. I'm a sucker for suede, so anything that has suede is gonna like catch my attention a lot. I'm gonna like it way more. So on the tongue material, I definitely would pick these over these. So now for sole wise, they're actually different. Surprisingly, I thought they were gonna be the exact same, but this one you can see has the waffle and then these stars kind of going up on here. While on the Revenges, you have 3 different patterns, which is the little zigzag, the kind of waffles would cut in half, the little circles within, well, they're not like within anything, but they're just kind of separated. Then we have that waffle kind of cut in half print again, the circles and the little zigzag. 3 completely different patterns on it. This one also has like the sole is curved inwards, so like kind of scooped up, while this one is just flat as hell. This one, honestly, I feel like it adds comfort to it, in my opinion, for my weird ass feet. This one's definitely more comfortable. And also what I noticed, y'all can tell from the back, this one's actually way more thicker, like wide, and this one's way more narrower. Fit wise, I'd say they run pretty true size, but this one kind of hurts my feet after a while from here, while this one I can wear it all day and like not feel shit. Like it's pretty comfortable, like I said. All right, so sizing wise, like I already said, one's way thicker than the other from the back, but from the front, actually, you can tell. I don't know if you can tell, but this one's a slightly thicker than this one, which in my opinion makes it fit way more comfortable, because this one makes my feet hurt after a while from right here, like from my pinky, I guess from like bumping into over here, while this one I can wear it all day and I won't feel shit. Like my feet, I'll be walking comfortably. So this one is definitely superior comfort wise. So another huge difference that I like a lot, it's a very nice detail, is that this one actually has the storm going in all the way inside the insole, rather than this one just has a small branding right there. Those are details that only the owner of the shoe is going to notice, because nobody's going to come up to you and ask you, hey, take off your shoe, let me see what it has in it. It's something dope that only people who have it will know it. Well, not only, but like, you know, people who own it, is like, it's for them. It's not to flex, it's not for anything. It's like they didn't have to put it all, but they did, and they did it throughout the whole shoe, and that's very, very nice. So obviously another huge detail that it's known for is the off the shits versus the Vans off the wall. This one's a bit more squarish, this one's circle-ish. Material wise, they use the exact same, so it's not different at all. But I do like this one. I've told you I've worn them roughly about the same amount of times, and this always gets dirty on my pairs of Vans, and on this one it's kind of cleaner. So I don't know if it's because of the material or just I wore them at different occasions, but I do think these are a bit crafted a little bit better. Alright, so I think that was basically all the differences. I talked about how this one's more sturdier, but this one has suede all over it, which I like a lot. So overall in the comparison, I'd say this one is definitely superior in quality. And honestly, in looks, it's way better in my opinion. I choose this one over this one at any day, any time. I did have a lot of bad reviews when I reviewed this one, but it's definitely grown on to me. I've definitely grown to love it way more now that I've worn it a few times and I see how I wear it, like how I see how it looks on feet and how much attention these freaking catch. I've gotten at least like 5 compliments, and one of them, and I've worn them 2 times, so I said 2 to 3, and one of them even like made me a friend. You could say he asked for my number and everything. I was like, whoa. It was still pretty cool, you know, you make friends like. Okay, now so to answer like the actual question that I feel like is what's popping up in everybody's minds is, are these worth $140 more than this one? Now it all comes down to how you look at things. If you like names, like not quality, but if you're more into names, for example, like a pair of Yeezys, if you're more into the name of Yeezy, and obviously the quality isn't worth the resale value, which is like over $1,000. Well, it depends on which one you're looking at, but that $1,000 is literally, you're just paying for a name. If you're into quality, I'd say you still wouldn't get these, because these are basically made off of the exact same thing. This one might be a little bit better, but it's not worth $200. A good price for these, in my opinion, would be $150. I wouldn't have complained of anything. Everything would have been nice if it was $150, and if the wait time wasn't that long. So when it comes down to a logic point of view, when it comes down to common sense, it's not worth it. Now, if you're a hypebeast and you're like, you actually, like I said, like name brands, then obviously you're gonna like the name Ian Connor on it, even though it doesn't have it, but you know, it's like him. So it all comes down to what kind of person you are. Like I said already, material wise, not worth it. Name wise, then maybe yes. Alright, so that was basically it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know down below which is your favorite pair. Follow me on my social media, which will be down below in one of these 2 corners or down below in the description. Thank you very much for watching once again, and George is out.